Welcome to Maria Loves to Talk. And what am I talking about, you guys? No, not about the babies, not about the puppies, but I have my little friend with me. I'm talking about something really important, something I've been thinking about, something I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do this video. What is this video is about today? Violence against trans women. Basically, it's the same violence. It's just violence against women. And now it seems to be every time I open up the paper, open up the computer, look on Facebook, attacks against trans women by toxic masculinity, toxic males, some who are lying, claim, oh, I didn't know. They had it coming. It wasn't my fault. Blah, 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 blah. So, hey, this is something you're interested in. I do need you to go get you some healthy snacks. Come on back and click like and subscribe. And let's get into this. Let's do it, you guys. It's from The Advocate. And it says, trans woman in critical condition after attack in Philadelphia. Okay. So it says here, they're selling use homophobic slurs before pistol whipping a trans woman, and he shot her 2 companions. So this was a bold, funky demon who did all this to this woman. Okay, so here, a Philadelphia transgender woman is hospitalized in critical but stable condition after being pistol whipped Sunday morning. This happened, let me see, this is read in June 13, 2022. So this is current. She and her 2 cisgender women, her sister and a friend, were attacked about 4:30 a.m. by a man with whom they had argued earlier. So basically it seemed like he was stalking them. TV station WPVI reports the trans women's companions were both shot, one in the arm, the other grazed in the head. Both were also in hospital listed under stable conditions. I mean, he got her and her friends for no reason. The assailant waited for them to emerge from a building in Philly's Kensington neighborhood. The man waited outside by the car for well over an hour. Come on now, an hour? You don't have a job to go to. You don't have catechism to go to. You don't have a I don't know, maybe some grass to cut. Maybe paint your mama house. Okay, so he waited for them. So Philadelphia trans activist Deja Alvarez told the station, another station, WPI, she said the women were coming out of an underground hookah lounge. Alvarez provided the information that the trans woman was pistol whipped. Samplers said just beaten. Mayor Jim Kenney issued a statement. The Philadelphia Police Department is investigating this heinous incident. Any acts of hate or intolerance are unacceptable and will not be tolerated in Philadelphia. Then they go on to say here, trans people face high rates of violence. Some of it is fatal. 15 trans people were known to have died by violence in the U.S. this year, following a year that saw a record 57 such deaths reported. Okay, and then they go on to give you where they want people to call if they have any information. Now it's Star. This is very gross, heinous, just evil, demonic. I don't know. Where are we at as humans? Some of us are humans, but we got some who walk among us who are not humans. The dogs, the little animals are more human than these people who's supposed to be human, okay? And as I said in my last video, please check out my video. I said that we need to put, and I just saw some guys, I wish I could remember their names. I'm gonna put it in my video. They discovered a yoga meditation. I think they're from New Jersey. 2 brothers and their friend, 3 dudes, and they know that they on to something, because y'all know that's where the violence and the anger issues are coming from, dudes. And they noticed that once they brought in yoga and meditation to the schools, the kids' behavior improved, a lot of improvement. And now they've got kids who have grown up, and now they are teaching. So it makes a big difference. Okay, so here it says, box cutter attack on transgender woman in Inglewood leads to hate crime charges. Okay. A 38-year-old woman has been charged with a hate crime in connection with an attack against a transgender woman in Inglewood earlier this year. Anna Luz Vasquez faces 1 felony count each of assault with a deadly weapon and aggravated mayhem, and 1 misdemeanor count violation of civil rights. A hate crime allegation was also filed in Los Angeles District Attorney. The incident occurred March the 10th while the 53-year-old victim was walking her dog. Vasquez allegedly punched the victim and attacked her with a box cutter, resulting in moderate injuries. So this is a woman attacking another woman, attacking a trans woman. That's like the first time I've ever heard of that, because normally it's men attacking trans women. Unfortunately, hate crimes continue to plague Los Angeles County and inflict harm on the most vulnerable members of these targeted communities, District Attorney George Glasgow said. I remain committed to working to end the vile hate that has leveled at people based on their race, religion, gender, or sexual orientation. The incident is still being investigated. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. October 2022, transgender woman was assaulted on Monday in Eugene, Oregon by a man and 3 others who allegedly used transgender slurs, police said. The incident is under investigation. I hate when they say under investigation. This is from the Register Guard. Eugene Police Department spokesperson Melinda McLaughlin said officers responded to the victim's apartment around 10:15 p.m. Monday, where the woman told them she was assaulted while walking home from a downtown business in Eugene's West University neighborhood. Okay. So the woman, who is in her 50s, was taken to the hospital for treatment. The suspects were described as 4 white men. Okay, 4 white men, and 1 was suspected in the assault. Okay, McLaughlin said all the men used slurs and commented on the woman's gender identity. 2 suspects were described as wearing green baseball hats. 1 had brown curly hair and another had a gray shirt. And they're asking for people to contact them if they know. With these type of things, I hate to say it, people are not going to turn in. They're not going to turn in their husband, their son, their loved ones. If y'all been paying attention to me doing my missing person stories and women being kidnapped or beat up or even abused by their spouses, family members, they're not going to turn in their husband, son. They don't. We're seeing with a lot of these cases that have come to be solved where the family member helped to hide the body or cover up for their son or grandson. Talking about it. A trans woman says she was attacked while working at a construction site. The incident happened August the 5th on 2100 block of Massachusetts Avenue. Jose Barilla says she was discarding metal on the 3rd floor when she was approached by one of her co-workers. She told WSA 9
with a knife at a construction site in Northwest D.C. In a story you will only see right here on WSA 9, she tells our Rafael Sanchez Cruz why she believes she was targeted and what her alleged attacker is telling police.
Jose Barilla says her physical wounds are slowly healing, but the emotional ones are still raw. Me da miedo porque siento que...
I'm scared because I feel like someone is pulling me back. I'm scared. Everywhere I go, I just keep looking behind me. On Friday, August 5th, this trans woman from Guatemala says she was attacked while working at this construction site in Northwest DC. She says one of her coworkers approached her on the 3rd floor as she was discarding metal. She noticed he was hiding his right hand.
¿Qué traes atrás?
What do you have back there? I suspected something was off when he had his hand hidden. When I asked him that, that's when he jumped on me.
Fue que se me va encima.
Jose says they tussled on the ground, but she was able to escape until she was cornered in another area.
Me jala para atrás.
She says the man pulled her by her hair and got on top of her.
Con la mano derecha me tenía el cuchillo y con la mano izquierda me estaba ahorcando.
In his right hand, he had the knife. With his left, he was choking me. With my left hand, I was holding his hand with the knife. He was trying to stab me in the leg and stomach, but I was able to take the knife away from him. Jose was nicked by the blade above her right eye and cut her hand. She says her coworker was trying to stab her with so much force that the blade broke off the handle.
Déjame matar.
She says the only thing he said to her was, "Let me kill you."
Si yo no meto las manos,
If I wouldn't have put my hands up, he would have taken my life.
a la vida.
EMS responders contacted DC police about the incident. Later that day, 19-year-old Brian Flores was arrested. He's facing charges for assault and attempted possession of a prohibited weapon. Jose thinks discrimination over her gender identity was the motive for the attack. Court documents indicate that Flores admitted to officers that he used a knife against Jose, but that it had been for an alleged sexual assault. Jose denies these accusations.
Si hubiera sido acosamiento.
If there would have been harassment or something, that doesn't mean you threaten someone's life. Now, Flores was released from police custody and has a stay away.
Because I feel like someone is pulling me back. I'm scared. Everywhere I go, I just keep looking behind me. She has created a GoFundMe account to help while she recovers. She is the primary provider for her family back home in Guatemala. She says that when she was being choked by Flores, the thoughts of her mother and sister are what kept her fighting. Oh, wow. That's sad. That's tough that you're trying to work and do your business and you got people out here that's got devilment in their mind, devilment, evil, black heart. It's sad. You want to get over here on the TV? Tragic, just tragic, crazy, weird, strange, hate crimes. You know, men, toxic masculinity. And the excuses that they are using to commit these crimes and think that they can get away with it is mind-boggling. Okay, here. Man accused of pistol whipping trans woman, then being involved in a road rage incident days later. Never road rage.
ABC 13's Maya Shea spoke with her tonight. And Maya, you learned the suspect is also accused in another violent crime.
That's right. Now, it's clear both authorities and the victim tell me that the suspect targeted her because she was transgender. She says she's transgender on her Grindr profile on that dating app. But besides that crime, which allegedly happened on August 29th, a few days later, the same person allegedly committed the crime of road rage just a few blocks away. This is Salil Alamud, a man facing two very distinct charges of assault using his gun. On August 29th, police say Alamud met a trans woman on a dating app, went to her home, then pistol whipped her and robbed her.
I kill you if you don't give me anything, so I kill you. I will kill you. It's like, oh my God, please, please, please leave me alone. And then it's no. So we going to his gun and hit me in my face, in my forehead, in my head. So I feel super bad.
The woman, who didn't want us to show her face, said she was targeted by Alamud because of her sexual identity. She told him she was transgender before the two ever met. Once in her apartment, he began beating her, and when he went looking for her purse in the living room, she made a run for it.
Me waiting in the bedroom. Oh no, of course no. When he come to the living room, I running out and I try to, scream, help, help, help.
As Houston police was investigating this case, Alamud allegedly attacked another couple. It was September 1st. Victoria and John Avila just left their store, Henderson and Kane, and were driving home when they encountered a red car with black striping.
Initially, I thought just road rage. But at that point, you realize like it's that much more serious.
And not only did he point the gun at us, but he pointed the gun at all the people around us as well.
The Avilas called 911 and followed Alamud until police could get to the scene.
I think everyone in Houston is kind of sick of this, this happening, and so we did what we could to try and make sure that he got caught.
Alamud led police on a brief chase, but was quickly arrested and charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Days later, a different team of HPD investigators identified him as the suspect in the trans beating case, and he's now charged with aggravated robbery with a deadly weapon in that case.
He hates the community. That's the problem.
Alamud is now behind bars on $100,000 bond, 2 distinct cases with one common theme.
The anger is the relation right there, isn't it?
In Houston, Maya Shea.
He immediately became hostile after arriving at her Southwest Houston apartment. You just met someone. Why are you telling them where you live? They're not supposed to know where you live. Until after a couple weeks and you have vetted them, your friends, your girlfriends, your family members have vetted these jokers, okay? They ain't supposed to know where you live. In Harris County Jail on a $100,000 bond. It should be much more than that. It really, that lady could have lost her life. She could have lost her life because that's what he was trying to do. Okay, so my last one, and I will continue this because this most likely is going to have to be a part 2. Okay, so the next one here. Suspect arrested in death, or I said delete, of transgender woman and 2 others, police say. This happened a while ago, June 2019. So here, in Dallas, should have known, there's a lot been going on in Dallas, okay? 33-year-old man has been arrested in the slaying of Malushea Booker, 23, transgender woman whose violent beating was caught on video in May. She was later found, well, let me do this, and deleted in Dallas, according to police. On June the 5th, Kendra Lavar Lyles was arrested after tips from the public led police to him in connection with the deaths of at least 2 other women. Okay. Detectives found that Lyles' car matched the description of the one witnesses reported seeing Booker enter May the 18th, the night she was later found deleted. Authorities said Sunday that they had no leads in Booker's death. Dallas police, Vincent Wellerton. Then they go on to say during a news conference that there was no known connection between Booker's slaying and April 12th mob attack that was caught on video. The sole suspect arrested in the prior attack has been released from jail prior to Booker being found deceased, said Edward Dominic Thomas, 29, is charged with a aggravated assault in the beating. So you got 2 knuckleheads. Thomas' whereabouts were unknown. Golly. Thomas was booked into a facility Monday in connection with the aggravated assault against him in Booker's attack. Abounding Prosperity is an organization that supports members of the Black community in Dallas, particularly those in the LGBTQ community, described Booker in a statement. So this is what they're saying. Courageous young woman who was seeking justice for the brutal attack launched against her. Her death inspired the group to continue seeking justice on her behalf. Sad. Okay, so they're saying here that it seemed to be just a high level of these type of attacks. The incidence of African American trans women being deleted has become too frequent and it must be stopped, the group is saying. Police officials declined to say if Booker had reported receiving threats prior to being deceased. Trying to read what else are they saying. That's a tag. So video of the tag shows Thomas dressed mostly in white, putting on gloves, walking up to Booker, who is wearing a pink wig, and punching her multiple times. A portion of the video posted on YouTube shows him straddling Booker, raining blows on her face and head. That's sad. Okay, so they saying that somebody offered him $200 to beat Booker. Ugh. You guys, I think I remember when this one happened. I think I do remember. This is sad. All these people need prayers. You know something, you see something, you hear something, you need to be calling, reporting it to police. I don't care if it is your brother, your godson, your nephew, your baby daddy. You have nobody has any rights to put paws, hands on someone because of their gender, their orientation, I don't know, their color, or how they're dressed, or how they talk. This thing that I'm seeing, what I've been seeing lately, dudes, guys are saying, well, I didn't know that was a trans woman. I thought, I was just trying to do a hookup. I was just trying to, or they put something in my drink and they robbed me. That's still not an excuse to put hands on someone, to delete someone, because that's somebody's child, loved one, brother, sister. I'm not brother, sister. That's someone's family member. That's somebody's child. That person is important to someone. You just don't have that right. Just walk away. But it's just like, we're just saying it. It's going in one ear and out the other ear, and the people go back and do what they want. The laws will have to be tougher, and you just slapping somebody on their little hand and letting them go out, that needs to stop. So hey, you guys, leave me your comments. Tell me what you think. What stories have you know about? What can be done? What should be done? And again, lift everybody up in prayers, in guidance and support, and warm and send out the love, warm, white energy towards them. Peace.